welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My guests this evening are Stan and Heather from the Estuary. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How are we?
We're great.
We're great.
Thanks for having us.
How are you?
Long time no see. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
I'm doing great. How are you, Stan?
Good. Absolutely. You know, it's been a while since you and I have spoken.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a while. You and I
glad to be
haven't
back
even
on
seen
and in
each
the
other.
studio.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so one of the things we want to talk about while we got some time for the next half hour is the new brand.
Yes.
We got lots of cool stuff going on. What do we got?
We do. Pretty excited about it. We worked with a group out of Norwich, Miranda Creative, for probably about a year.
Yeah,
Long
good
process
solid year.
This was. And we had a great task force that we put together that they worked with, went through a bunch of different names, what worked for us, what didn't, what people associated with us, and how we wanted that to look, and also longevity,
right?
What that was gonna look like for us.
We got people involved that were in the community. The people that knew about us, people that didn't know about us, and we threw out some names and see what worked, what didn't work.
Right.
What we thought would resonate.
Right. Absolutely.
So we narrowed it down to a couple, and at one of the town halls that we did to kind of get a feel for some of these new names that they were proposing.
Yep.
We kept hearing over and over, you can call yourself whatever you want. We're just going to call you the Estuary. Because even though we were the Estuary Council of Seniors,
They knew us as the
they
Estuary.
just always said the
Exactly.
Estuary. So that's
it's
when.
stuck.
There you go.
As you can see, we have a new logo.
Right.
I'll let Heather explain all the intricacies of the logo.
Absolutely.
But you can see it is the E of the Estuary.
That's right.
Yes. So we took the E, and what they did is they used the movement of the water, because we are in the lower Connecticut River Valley, and that is, the estuary region.
Right.
And then to represent sun rising and sun setting, depending on how you want to, what that means to you. And really just the movement of the different opportunities and being active and staying independent and healthy, and what that means to people. So we were pretty excited about it.
Nice. And as far as what else is going on with the senior center, because like I said in my opening, we haven't seen each other in a while, and last time I knew, you guys were closed to the public.
We are open to the public. We went through a remodel of our front entrance and our lobby. So it's all been remodeled. We have separate entrance and exit in the front.
Okay.
Our new logo is on the building with our new colors, so it's all looking really great. The inside of the lobby has been refreshed. It's all brighter and newer, and I think more inviting. We've gotten some good positive reviews from people that have come in. Exciting time. We're also in the midst of redoing our landscaping in the back.
Okay.
Which has been a project that we've wanted to do for years.
Mm-hmm.
Because of COVID, if we figured if we can't be inside doing programming, maybe we can get folks outside.
Right.
And to do that, we need to do our landscape a little bit better than it was. We had some challenges out there with some dips and valleys and craters. We kind of filled that in. We expanded our patio. We've got a deck off of our dining room right now, so we can get people outside for dining. And we're looking forward to the spring, so that Heather and Gareth, our new program director, can work in a lot of fun projects.
What type of fun are we having?
We're hoping for live music. We have some wellness activities that will be going outside, so we'll be able to take out Tai Chi and yoga, installing some outdoor fitness equipment that will be open to the public, and really just making it a nice gathering space for people.
Now, how did you guys handle the pandemic from the start to where we are now? How are you guys doing?
We were fortunate in that, what we do, the Meals on Wheels piece and the nutrition piece never stopped for us.
No.
So we kept going, even though we had to pause some of our programming, the nutrition piece kept going. We didn't miss a day of delivering meals. Actually, our meal counts rose by almost 30%.
Oh, wow.
During that time, and they've continued to rise.
Right.
But we've met that challenge. We've met that demand. We had some help from local restaurants that were helping us out with meals, which was a wonderful thing for the community. We started a grab-and-go meal service, so people couldn't, of course, dine inside, but they can, like McDonald's, you drive through, you get your meal, and you keep going. So, and that's been popular, and we still have that to this day. So there were some challenges, but I think we met them head on, and we were fortunate. we're fortunate that the community rallied behind us and really supported us.
Heather, anything to add? No?
No, I think that really covers it. It was, I will say, it was nice. You know, if there was a silver lining to all this, it really was the community support that we got. You know,
Right.
people really, they really reached out. How can we help? What can we do? The partnership with the restaurants was great.
Yeah.
We had, you know, a lot of people calling, how can we volunteer? How can we get involved? What do you need? So I would say just having that awareness of the importance of the meal program on the seniors in the community, because that was one of the things, especially at the beginning, that was the most vulnerable population.
Right.
So for people to recognize that we were still there, we were still serving them, and to be willing to reach out and find out what they could do to help that, I think was huge.
Now, as far as the building goes now, if people want to walk in, obviously you're going to have to be masked up. And
Yes, we're still requiring masks into the building.
Okay.
If you're moving around the building, you need to keep your masks on. If you're seated, you're having lunch, because we are doing lunch in person right now,
Right.
congregate lunch in Old Saybrook. If you're having lunch at your table, of course, you're going to,
Yeah.
you have to remove your mask. But again, moving around the building, any activity that you're involved in, you know, we require masks. Only because we have our nutrition program, we don't want to
Right.
get contact
Yeah,
traced
no.
or anybody sick through our nutrition program and have to shut that down.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Because we are serving 9 towns in the area, and
Right,
that's
exactly.
300 people, you know, a day that don't get fed. So
No.
it's, you know, we've been very careful and we've been very fortunate.
How's the program going?
It's great.
Yeah.
You know, our Meals on Wheels service is it's a staple, and it's who we are, really.
Right.
People know that there's people in the area that get Meals on Wheels. Not really sure how that happens, but
Right.
it's the Estuary that does it. You know,
Exactly.
we do the 9 towns in the area, from Clinton all the way to Lyme, and then up Route 9 to Deep River, Killingworth, Essex, and Chester.
Okay. I was going to say I'm cheating. I'm looking.
Yeah.
At,
Looking
I was
at
gonna
our
say,
list.
I was going to say I'm cheating. It's on the bottom there somewhere. I'm looking. I'm like, yeah, okay. They're all there.
Yeah.
Now
But our gym is open.
Okay.
You know, we've opened our gym. Our thrift shop is open. We're doing exercise programs. You know, we have our art classes. So we've got nursing services. Our foot care nurse is back. You know, we're doing
cool.
haircuts. We're doing massage therapy. A lot going on.
you just said the magic word. Thrift store.
Yes.
You're moving.
We're moving. Exciting news that we get to sort
Well,
of break on your show
go
tonight.
for it. Break it.
We so our thrift store is moving from 220 Main Street in Old Saybrook to 889 Boston Post Road in Old Saybrook. We have a bigger spot, a
Yep.
3,600 square feet store, right on Route 1 in Old Saybrook.
Mm-hmm.
If you know where Swag and Fromage is, it's right in that plaza.
Okay,
It's
yep.
there.
I know exactly where that is.
So we're hoping to close down our thrift store at our building on Friday, this Friday.
Okay.
We'll be moving in the month of February.
All right.
And then in March, we'll have a soft opening, and April, a grand opening.
Nice.
Yeah, we're all very excited.
I'm assuming bigger location.
Bigger location, yes.
Yeah, and it'll be a lot brighter and more open, so people have a more, just a lot more options.
Yep.
You know, with that additional space, we'll be able to carry larger items, furniture, things
Furniture
like that,
items
that
Right.
we
that
can't right now.
do right now because we
No.
don't have the space.
Right.
And it gives us more visibility out on Route 1. You know, our new logo will be up there on the front of the building, so
Nice.
it'll give us a little bit more outreach into the community. I think it's, again, very exciting for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, that sounds like
We'll have to have you down grand opening and
Yeah,
do a show
yeah.
from
absolutely. Yeah, let me
from
know.
the thrift store.
Let me know when the opening is.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Make sure I'm on schedule, and more importantly, I'm around.
Good.
Make sure I'm around and kicking. But as far as the senior center goes during the pandemic, how did you guys do as far as monetarily and financially? I know it's tough.
You know, we did great. Again, the community rallied around us. Heather was instrumental in getting the community around us and sending out some appeal letters to people. I'll let her
Yeah.
take over that one.
Yeah, I think we really focused on outreach and really making sure that people knew that we were still there, we were still open. Hey, this is what we're doing. It is a vital service that people need, especially right now.
Yeah.
And like I said, people were really receptive to that and understanding of how important the program was. So they really, they knew whenever we lost, I mean, that was a huge internal revenue source, having to close
yeah.
down the thrift store. and the gym
And
and
the
all
gym.
of those things that typically would bring in income to help fund that, because there is a funding gap with, you know, with our Meals on Wheels program and our congregate program,
Right.
with what grants don't cover. But a lot of different community organizations came out with, you know, grants to help close that gap. The community, all of the individuals, they really stepped up to make sure that all of those needs were still being met regardless of what we were able to do internally. So yeah, so it was amazing to see. And we were able to weather that just fine, specifically because we had so much support around what we were doing.
Absolutely. And as far as upcoming events, what do we got going on?
Well, we have the prom coming up.
We do.
That's
Okay.
probably our most exciting kind of big.
That's the most exciting kind of big? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we, you know, during the pandemic, of course, we've had to stop our fundraising efforts
Right.
in terms of, you know, having an event.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we had events at Water's Edge.
Right.
You know, we've had events at the Estuary itself, but people couldn't gather. So, you know, we've stopped. We had our senior prom 2 years prior,
Yeah,
18 and 19.
2019 would have been the last one.
And we didn't have it last year, of course,
Yeah.
because of COVID. But we're back. We're going to do it again this spring.
Nice.
And
When?
The date is
June 1st.
June 1st. And the theme is?
Roaring 20s.
The Roaring 20s.
Yes.
Yes.
So, you know,
we expect a lot of flapper
Yep.
dresses
It'll be
and
fun to dress up.
big,
and
you know.
All right. I got to do
Suits and-
research and figure out.
Yes. Absolutely.
And
And we encourage everybody to dress up.
Right.
You know, the decor is all there. The music we bring in will match that theme. But it's just a nice evening for people to come out and have fun. And
Yeah, the first one we did was a Hollywood theme. I
Yep.
think we did the Oscars.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the second one was
50s,
Sock Hop,
yeah.
50
Sock
Sock Hop.
I was going to say the sock hop show. You and I were.
Yes.
You and I.
We spoke about
I was gonna
that.
say we talked. You and I talked about that. Now, what time is the senior prom?
6
On
to
the-
9.
Okay.
So yeah, so it'll be great. So I think that's really the biggest upcoming event. But if we have other ones. We have before then. We're trying to bring our chef's table dinners back.
Yeah.
So those were always those were a big hit. So to be able to bring those back, because we haven't been able to do that again since.
Right.
You know, we did auction one off that was a private setting outside on our back patio. But to really be able to do that with, you know, we limit it to 30 people. But to be able to bring those back, that's pretty exciting for us.
And to have it in the spring and summer where we can go out on our newly renovated
Yeah.
landscape in our new patio,
Right.
you know, with you know, where they can have music, summer concerts back there. Happy hours, and so a lot of fun stuff. Again, to get people outside.
Absolutely. Would you guys mind sticking around for another segment?
Absolutely.
Love to.
All right. We'll be right back.
Smart TVs and streaming services have taken over the television industry. VSC TV is proud to announce our presence on Apple TV and Roku to make watching your favorite shows even easier. You can access this service by downloading the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Then choose Valley Shore Community TV from the list of channels. Select VSC TV Live to watch our channel in full HD. Or pick a show from our on-demand video library. VSC TV is your local Connecticut Mid-Shore Valley digital connection.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Heather and Stan from the Estuary. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. So one thing we didn't do in my opening and in my monologue when I introduced you guys, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with the Senior Center. Heather, we're going to start with you.
All right. I'm the Director of Development and Outreach.
Okay.
I've been there for a little over 4 years. It was 4 years in November.
All right.
So I do the fundraising and try to do a little bit of marketing and outreach just to get the word out, let people know what we're doing, who we are, and that kind of thing.
Like it?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there. And I think I know what you do over there.
Yeah,
I've seen you in action a couple of times.
Yes.
But for the record,
Yeah, for the record, I've been with the Estuary for 16 years.
all right.
Okay. And
Started when he was 12.
yes,
Yeah, right.
absolutely. And I started back as the controller.
Yeah,
And I was
that's right.
controller for 12 years and became executive director in the end of 2017. And so it's been an interesting 5 years.
say
Again, the
the
last
least.
2 with COVID, but we've made a lot of changes over the past 2 years, and
Yeah.
I think they're changes that are going to be with the estuary and make the estuary a better place over the next 10 to 15 years. So I'm
Absolutely.
excited about that.
Absolutely. I was going to say, with all the changes that you guys got going on, I got to come by and visit. I
Absolutely.
haven't been by since you guys started doing all your renovations.
Yes, we get people that haven't been since COVID
Yeah.
started, and they'll come in and say, "Wow, I don't recognize the place. It looks
Yeah,
great."
yeah. I might have-
So we love to hear that.
I was going to say, I might have to stop by one of these
Yes,
afternoons. We'll have
absolutely.
to schedule something, you and I.
Absolutely.
And what else we want to talk about? Let's talk about your meals program,
Mm-hmm.
and as far as the meals that are delivered through Meals on Wheels
Yep.
as compared to dining in.
Yeah, again, the reason why we exist is because of our Meals on Wheels program. It has grown. We're again delivering over 200 meals to people in the 9-town area
Okay.
daily. So it's really a program that's vital to people's well-being. It keeps people in their homes, keeps them independent. Lessens the risk of institutionalization.
Right.
So we've grown that program since COVID. Like I said, our meal numbers are up almost 30%. People are still a little bit afraid of going out in public, to go to a supermarket, to shop, to be around crowds, to be in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we come in. We can give you your nutrition, so there's no food insecurity amongst the 9 towns for our senior population.
Right. Exactly. And as far as the dining in.
So we started up our congregate meal again in Old Saybrook.
Yeah.
We do have congregate sites in Clinton, Killingworth, and Old Lyme, but they've decided to pause congregate dining at this point, which is
Gotcha.
understandable. People just aren't comfortable yet and with large gatherings. So Monday through Friday in Old Saybrook from 12 to 12:30 we serve lunch. It's great lunch. You should come down and have
Yeah,
lunch with
I was
us.
gonna say,
We, as staff members, we eat the same lunch. It's restaurant quality.
Okay.
I would put our meals up against anyone's at this point.
Really?
Yes.
And from what I hear, your chef's a nice guy.
Yes.
I haven't met him yet.
Don't tell him
but
that, but
One of these days, I'll have to come down for. One of these days, I'll have to
Absolutely.
come down, hang out, and have lunch.
Yeah.
And it's always a busy time too. People come,
Yep.
they have lunch, and then they'll stay and go to one of the exercise programs
Right.
after, or they'll go to the gym, or they'll pop into the thrift store, or stay for book club or games, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, they can, or they'll be in for a nursing appointment or a foot care appointment, and
And stay.
They'll stay for lunch,
Absolutely.
which again, that's why we're there. We're there for not only the nutritional aspect, but the socialization aspect.
Absolutely. Now, one thing we didn't talk about when we talked about the thrift store moving, the thrift store where you guys are. Is it a smaller facility, or is
It's smaller where we
Is
are,
it?
yes.
Okay.
We're just under 2,000 square feet. Where we are right now, we're going to go to 3,600 square feet.
all right?
Yeah. So, and much brighter.
Yeah.
Where we are now it's dark, the ceilings are low, and it needs work structurally. So we would have had to close the thrift shop anyway and address the structural issues.
Yeah.
So this worked out well for us. The space became available, and we were able to jump on it.
And obviously, the space where the thrift store is now is probably going to be used for something else.
Yes, maybe you can invite us back for another show, and
Oh
we could.
boy,
we could,
you're not going to. You're
I
not.
can say just yet.
Tease it.
Do you know though?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough. What it's going to be, but we'll have obviously you guys are going to have to come back and we'll talk about
Yes.
what
Talk
Absolutely.
about what is going in
Yes.
there.
what is going in.
But like I said, there's some structural issues that need to be addressed. So I want to
Yeah.
get those addressed first and make sure that our vision could come to fruition.
Absolutely.
But would love to come on and
yeah.
and talk about that.
Oh, absolutely. So you guys are keeping pretty busy. It sounds.
We are. And one thing I wanted to mention too, in October, we also added a social worker to our staff.
Really?
So, yeah. So, if people, were struggling with an issue of isolation, of loneliness through COVID, or, just in general, we now have a social worker on staff that you can come and talk to, and she can guide you in the right direction and help solve some of your issues.
Really?
Yeah, so we're very excited to bring that to the community.
Nice. And what are the hours of the Estuary?
So we're there from 8 to 4, Monday through Friday.
Yeah. And obviously, once the thrift store opens, what are your hours going to be?
So the thrift store hours are going to be 10 to 3 right now.
Okay.
As we go along, get into the warmer months, we'll have expanded hours and
Oh, there you
possibly
go.
Saturday hours as well.
I was going to say, you don't want to be outside right now because
Correct.
it's too stinking cold.
Yes,
It is.
It is cold.
It is cold. It is. Yeah. No, that's no fun. So
And one of the
what?
things with the thrift store, it's almost,
Yes.
we have a thrift store manager that's a staff member, but aside from that, it's entirely volunteer.
Really?
Yes,
It's-
a different crew every day.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Really?
And they all try to outdo each other. The Monday crew will have to try to sell more than the Friday crew, and the Tuesday crew will try to sell more than the Monday crew.
Oh,
so
God.
they make
So
a game out of it.
it's like a
so-
game.
Yes.
Who is your manager?
Kim.
She's been with us for a few years now,
Okay.
and she's got some solid retail experience, and she's excited about the move, and our volunteers are excited. So again, we're really looking forward to this.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So you guys got a pretty busy year coming up so far.
We do, and again, we through COVID, we never stopped.
Yeah.
We kept going in. We weren't working remotely. Everybody was going into the office.
Yep.
The kitchen staff was still coming in at 5 in the morning and doing their thing.
Right.
So we just keep cranking them out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the expansion and all the fun renovations that you guys.
Yeah, so our front entrance has been totally redone.
Okay.
Previously we had one way into the building and the same way out, so you're passing each other as you're going in and out of the building.
Gotcha.
Now we've got separate entrance for exit and entry into the building. And our lobby's expanded. We've got a beautiful new reception desk for our volunteers. We have our volunteers man our reception area.
Yep.
So our lobby's new furniture and brighter and new carpeting and new lighting, and it's just very inviting right now. Looks out onto great view of the North Cove, as you know.
That's right.
We've got that $1 million
That's right.
view. And our landscaping is just, it's beautiful. You have to see it.
And what about the patio outside?
Patio is
It's a
expanded.
little too cold to hang out on the
A
patio
little too cold
now.
right now. We don't have any furniture out there
No.
right now. When we're still getting some rails around the patio.
Okay.
So I didn't know that rails was such a
Yeah,
technical issue.
Exactly.
But there's a lot into it. The engineering of it goes into that. So we're waiting on that. And once those are in, we'll be able to get out there and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
But the patio has expanded pretty substantially from what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Tell us about it.
So we have the bluestone, a large bluestone patio that's in there. There's kind of a corner nook, but then the entire back along the back dining hall is decked, and we'll have French doors that go out onto there. So it just opens up a lot of space to have outdoor dining.
Yeah.
Whereas before we could maybe have one or two tables
One or two
out there.
tables.
Right.
Now we can put quite a few. So it'll have multiple ways to get out there, just to really invite people to spend some more time outside, take advantage of the views. There's now a ramp so people can get safely down to the walking trail that leads out to the gazebo, over to where the wellness equipment will be. So yeah, it's just a really nice space for people to come and hang out
Cool.
and to socialize.
Yeah, whether you want to
great.
just sit out there and paint a picture, or sit and read,
book, yeah.
or
Yeah.
take if we do a Tai Chi or yoga class outside, or just come and sit on the patio and have your lunch.
Absolutely. And one of the other things we got to talk about is your website looks awesome.
No, thank you.
you.
Thank Heather for that.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
The website looks awesome. If people want more information, I know it's a new website, so
It is.
I don't want to
is.
say it wrong. So
We have a new website. It's yourestuary.org. And that has all of our information on it, programs, the different services we offer, gym information. All of our announcements are there anytime we have things going on. That's all right on our homepage. So really anything people need, they can find on our website. We try to keep it pretty up to date.
Yeah.
We have our blog on there that gets updated once a month or twice a month, depending on whether we have things going on right now. So yeah, really everything is there. And we're always there to answer the phone too. So, anytime people have questions, they're always welcome to call, and somebody is there to answer the phone for them.
Phone number is what?
860-388-1611.
It says it down there, so yes.
Sure does. I didn't even have to look.
I was gonna.
I have to look. That's why I bring the board.
I was gonna say, yeah. And where are you located again in Saybrook?
Our address is 220 Main Street. We are located behind Paperback Cafe in Porter Plaza.
AAA.
What?
Yes.
AAA.
Yes, AAA is out front. We get a lot of people who walk through the doors. I'm here to renew my license.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
you're in the wrong place.
Yep.
Go up about a
Yeah.
building and take a left.
We should ask AAA how many people
And-
walk into their building
and ask for the senior
Yes.
center.
There you go. Well, guys, we're about to run out of time, so I want to thank you for coming down. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
We're going to get you down
Thanks
there.
for having us.
We're gonna get you down
Absolutely,
the
absolutely. We'll talk about that. On behalf of Stan and Heather, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks. Good night, and we'll see you next time.